Hi, boys and girls. It was great to see some of you today on the Zoom meeting. I hope to see you again on Thursday. And those of you who didn't get to join us today, I hope that you can join us tomorrow. As promised, I'm going to read you another book about rainforests today. This one is a nonfiction book, so real information and facts about rainforests. As I'm reading it, think about the book that I read yesterday, The Great Kapok Tree, which was fiction, and compare it to what we find out in this book. Lucy Bowman is the author of this book, Rainforests. In the rainforest, let's try this again. In the rainforest, tropical rainforests are thick, leafy jungles. They grow in warm places where it rains a lot. Many different plants, animals, and people live in them. So you've been learning about nonfiction text features this week. So here is the table of contents, which tells you about all the different parts of the book. Towering trees. Plants and trees need sunlight to grow. The branches of the tallest trees are spread out so that their leaves get plenty of sunlight. This layer is called the canopy. Some of the biggest trees in rainforests are over 1,000 years old. Wow. Less sunlight reaches this layer. It's called the understory. The plants here have big leaves to catch as much light as they can. The forest floor is dark, so there aren't many plants down at the bottom. Canopy climbers. The canopy layer is full of life. Some of the animals that live there never go down to the forest floor. Sloths have long, sharp claws that help them hang from branches. They move very slowly and spend most of their lives asleep. Howler monkeys gather in groups at the tops of the trees. They hang from their tails and pick fruit and eat leaves to eat. They howl loudly to warn other monkeys to keep away. These are called eyes, have long middle fingers that they use to pull bugs out of branches. Now, I think we heard about the howler monkeys and the sloth in the other book. In the understory, beneath the canopy, the trees are covered with different kinds of plants. Hummingbirds use their long beaks to feed from orchids. Those are orchids. The roots of these plants soak up water from the air. Some plants fill up with water. Frogs sometimes lay their eggs in them. So right there. Woody vines called lianas or lianas grow up trees to get closer to the sunlight. These leaves have pointed drip tips so that water runs off them quickly. So these arrows, these are kind of like diagrams that you may have learned about this week. On the ground, millions of bugs live beneath the trees, on plants, and on the forest floor. Leaf cutter ants bite leaves into small pieces. The ants carry the pieces to their nest, then chew them into a pulp. The pulp rots and a fungus grows on it. The ants eat the fungus. Ew. This Brazilian wandering spider has caught a bug and bitten it with its poisonous fangs. Yikes. Gladiator spiders weave sticky nets to drop onto their prey. I'm not really a spider fan. Getting around. Many animals travel through the rainforest without touching the ground. Flying frogs have long legs and wide-webbed feet. They jump from a branch, then glide through the air to another tree. Gliding snakes can leap from tree to tree. They steer in the air by wiggling their bodies. A baby spider monkey clings to its mother's tummy. The mother uses her arms and tail to swing through the trees. A flying squirrel sits on a tree branch. It leaps into the air, then stretches out its arms and legs and glides to another branch. That's cool. Big beasts. Some large rainforest animals hunt other animals for food. This jaguar is prowling around on the forest floor looking for prey such as deer and pigs. I think that was in the other book too. An anaconda quietly slithers up to a tapir by a river. See it? It wraps itself around the tapir and squeezes tightly. The anaconda opens its jaws and slowly swallows the tapir. After its huge meal, the snake doesn't eat for several months. Yikes, I hope I never see an anaconda. Gorillas are huge, powerful animals, but they just like to eat plants. So they're called herbivores. After dark, some animals sleep during the day and only come out at night. Remember, that's called nocturnal. A red-eyed tree frog wakes up to feed. It catches insects with its long tongue. An owl hears the frog moving and swoops down from a tree to catch it. The frog shows its bright body and eyes to surprise the owl and then escapes. Tarsiers have huge eyes so they can see when there isn't much light. They catch insects with their long fingers, then eat them. With so many creatures, rainforests can be very noisy at night. Smelly plants. Rainforest plants can attract insects with their smell. Rafflesia flowers can be as big as truck wheels. They smell like rotting meat to attract flies. The flies spread the flower's pollen. A fly is attracted to a pitcher plant by its strong smell. The fly lands on the waxy edge of the leaf. It slips inside into a special liquid. The fly's body dissolves until it is liquid too. It is now food for the plant. Some water lilies trap beetles. When they close their petals at night, the beetles get covered in pollen and then escape. Beaky birds. Rainforest birds have beaks in many shapes and sizes. They are good for different things. This macaw has a strong beak that can pierce fruit and crack nuts. Harpy eagles are so big they can grab monkeys out of trees. They eat them with their sharp hooked beaks. Ew. Toucans have long beaks. They can pick berries that are hard for other birds to reach. So I think macaws and toucans were in our other book. Rainforest rivers. Many rainforests have large rivers running through them. The most famous is the Amazon in South America. Look at that. It's big. Lots of animals live and hunt in the Amazon. Capybaras have large front teeth for nibbling long grass. Scarlet ibises use their long beaks to find food in the mud. Caimans hunt with only their eyes and noses above water. Piranhas have sharp teeth that they use to tear animal flesh. Ooh. Some of these animals are kind of scary. Rich rainforests. Rainforest plants can provide food and other useful things. The seeds in cocoa pods are used to make a paste called cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is used to make candles, soap, and chocolate. Oh, wow. Bananas were first found in rainforests. This bud will unfold and the flowers inside will turn into bananas. Some people chew the leaves of the kawakawa plant to cure a toothache. Huh, that's interesting. Tropical tribes. Groups of people called tribes have lived in rainforests for thousands of years. The people in this photo built their home with wood and reeds from the rainforest. They live near a river, so the house is on stilts in case the river floods. People search in rainforests for fruit that they can eat, such as mangoes. Men hunt animals to eat using spears, bows, and arrows and blowpipes. Boats carry people and goods quickly through the rainforest. Remember, there was a little boy in that book too. Ruining rainforests. Rainforests could be lost forever because so many trees are being cut down. People use the wood to make things such as paper and furniture. The land is also cleared so that farmers can grow crops and keep cows. When rainforests are destroyed, animals like these orangutans lose their homes. If an animal dies out forever, it becomes extinct. Can you think of another animal that became extinct a long time ago? Bali tigers lost their rainforest home and they are now extinct. So that our other book was about not cutting the rainforest trees down. And then here's some of the glossary. That was part of the nonfiction text features that you learned about. Here is even a page that gives you some websites you could visit to learn more about the rainforest. The index tells you what page certain words are on. All right, I hope you enjoyed the book. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.